Okay, so this is going to be a review of how to find a value of an expression when we're given the value of the variable. So for the first one here, we're asked to find the value of each expression when x is equal to 3. Because remember, a variable can represent any number, and we're saying, okay, let's say in this instance, it represents 3. So you need to take 3 and put it into the expression, and then calculate and find out what the answer would be. Remember, an expression is different from an equation because you'll notice as it's set up, it doesn't have an equal sign. We're gonna sort of add one in to figure things out, but an equation at the start always has an equal sign. So that would be 3x plus 5 equals 13, for example. But just the 3x plus 5 part is called an expression. So we're gonna try to solve this find the value of this expression when x equals 3. So if we can see there's an x right beside the 3, and remember when the variable is right beside the number, it means that we're multiplying by that number. So that means we're going to have to go 3 times 3. So I've got that substituted in. I put my 3 in for my x, that's the first step, and like I said, when we've got two numbers right beside each other like that, they're being multiplied. So we're going to go 3 times 3. Because if we recall our order of operations, we're going to multiply before we add. So we're going to go 3 times 3 is 9. Okay. So that gives us 9 plus 5. Then we're just going to add 9 plus 5, which gives us 14. For part B, we're looking at a different expression, but it's still, we're still using x equals 3. So I'm going to look in my expression and find the x that's right beside the 8 there. So I need to put 3 into the equation there beside the 8. Okay? Then we're going to multiply because, as I said, we've got an 8 right in front of the x, means we're multiplying 8 by x. In this case, x is 3, so we're going to go 8 times 3. Again, we're doing that first because order of operations tells us that we need to multiply before we add. So we're not going to go 6 plus 8 and then multiply by 3. We need to multiply 8 by 3 first. So 8 times 3 is 24. Now that we've multiplied, we can add. So we're going to go 6 plus 24 gives us 30. And there we go. So that is how we would find the value of each expression using x equals 3. We're going to practice that again. Now we're going to find the value of each expression when n equals 8. So we're using a different variable now and a different value for this variable. Remember, any variable can equal any value. It just sort of depends on the situation. And the situation we have is n equals 8. So for my first one in A, I have 8n minus 4. That means 8 multiplied by n, then take away 4. So again, the first thing I'm going to do is put in the value of n, which in this case is 8. Okay, so I've substituted my value in. Now I have 8 times 8 minus 4. So once again, I think about my order of operations. I know that I have to do the multiplying before I do the subtracting. So I'm going to do 8 times 8 first. So 8 times 8 is 64. And now we have 64 minus 4, which gives us 60. Our next example is 20 minus 2n. So our n is over by the 2 this time. So we're going to put 8 there. Okay, and then we've got 20 minus 2 times 8. So once again, order of operations, I still need to multiply before I subtract. So I'm going to leave the 20 as it is, and I'm going to do the 2 times 8 first. So 2 times 8 equals 16. So I've got 20 minus 16. And then 20 take away 16 gives me 4. So hopefully that helps in terms of remembering how we can evaluate an expression when we're given a value. As always, if you have questions, please just ask me.